Good morning. I have a lot of trouble sleeping. I always heard that was going to be a thing as you aged. I'm 60. So if I can get 5 or 6 hours sleep, I'm okay. If I can get 7 hours sleep, I'm ecstatic. I never get 8 hours sleep anymore, which is probably excessive anyway. So during my endeavor to stabilize my sleep cycle, I stopped using the snooze button. I read a report somewhere about, this was years ago, how the snooze button actually doesn't give you any more sleep because you don't actually get to go into a deeper sleep. And multiple alarms had the same effect. This is cold brew coffee, nitrous infused. And I take it to work with me. Around about noon is when I drink it. Gives me the little bump I need to get through the rest of the day. If I drink it afternoon, if I drink it much afternoon, say 2:30, 3 o'clock, I find I don't sleep as well the night after. So I try not to drink it until noon. I don't want the jitters, and then try to get it drank before 2:30. So that just occurred to me while I was talking about the snooze button. But the snooze button, I think, does more harm to people than it does good, because it convinces them that they are getting some more sleep when actually they're not. They are disrupting their sleep cycle. I've been there. I've done it. Let's set the alarm for 30 minutes early and then hit the snooze button. Yeah. What you just did when you do that, according to the study and my own personal research, is deny yourself an extra 30 minutes sleep. So I stopped using the snooze button. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't easy, mostly because I had trained myself to think that it was helping. It wasn't. I started setting my alarm for when I needed to get up and going to bed a minimum of 7 hours prior. And it worked. Getting up without a snooze at first I thought was difficult. Turned out what I really needed to do was go to bed about a half hour earlier. Excuse me. Not because I needed a half hour more sleep, but because the half hour gave me time to wind down and get ready for sleep. So I did that. I never started using the snooze button again. As a matter of fact, like most people in the world, I don't even use an alarm clock anymore. We have an alarm clock in our bedroom, but we have it because it has a time projector on it that projects the time onto the ceiling. And it does that in red, so it doesn't bother my night vision. If I wake up, I have to use the bathroom, as you often do as you age, I use my telephone. And I realized the telephone has a option to turn snooze off completely. So I don't even have snooze available to me when my alarm goes off. Gonna be a bulletproof coffee kind of day. So no more snooze for me, which is great. I don't need snooze. And it turns out nobody does. All snooze does is deny you the sleep you think you're getting. So I quit using it. Bulletproof coffee. Let's do this. Speaking of waking up, you need a tablespoon of butter, kind of eyeball this. I don't do it perfectly, and I found if I do my tablespoons into several pieces, it melts quicker in the coffee, and I am able to enjoy it quicker. The first time I heard about this was on Joe Rogan, and really thought that can't taste good, butter in your coffee. So I gave it a shot, and I went from the original recipe to MCT oil, and now I'm back to the original recipe. I prefer the taste of the original recipe. The medium chain triglycerides, MCT oil. For a while, I think people thought it was healthier than coconut oil. It may be. I don't drink this every day. I do drink it. I do drink it often, 2-3 times a week. I like it, especially when I forget half and half from the store. But the advantages are the caffeine rush or bump, whatever you want to call it, tablespoon of coconut oil. Is more equalized throughout the day and gives you a little easier time, especially during the morning hours. As an added bonus, it's a natural appetite suppressant. And as a third bonus, it's delicious. So I have a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of coconut oil, and 2 packets of Truvia. I will fill that up. And there it is. I really do enjoy that, especially on the mornings that I have an early morning. On the podcast that I first saw it on, they explained that the best way to do this is to put it in a blender to mix it up. I never did do that. I did it a couple times. It seemed like a lot of trouble, made it very frothy. The taste was the same. I'm not sure if there's anything mechanical that it does when you do that. However, when I have my coffee to go, I usually just shake it just before I drink it. That seems to have the same effect. and it tastes good. I would encourage everybody to give bulletproof coffee a try, especially if you struggle with that, what do you call it? The rebound effect from caffeine. If you have a caffeine crash, try bulletproof coffee. You might find out you don't have to have a caffeine crash. You might find out that you can have a less jittery morning and a better day. This is a Contigo coffee cup. It seals completely so you can shake it. The only downside, when you shake it, it tends to build up a little bit of pressure. So when you open it, you gotta make sure you face it away from you, because it's gonna release the pressure. Oh, that's good coffee. That's good coffee. Turn off your snooze. Don't use it. It was a bad invention, and it makes your sleep cycle less effective. It's not letting you sleep. It's interrupting your sleep. Cats. It'll give you a better morning and let you enjoy coffee that much more better. Have a great morning. See you tomorrow.